He has the market in his hands. Not only him, but also China. And I am referring to Donald Trump with him. With his tweets, his statements, his actions, he causes market fluctuations that we feel extremely. Besides, the stock market was able to recover, the Bitcoin market was able to recover, and today, again, a bit downwards. Why and how? Everything here in the video. Hey, welcome to Crypto Owl. At the moment, it's damn wild. This year, 2025, will probably go down in history as the year with the most price jumps. So, the year where one really says Donald Trump 2.0, is it more of a crisis? Or at the end of the day? Or at the end of the year? Is it actually a big green candle if he has achieved all his goals, low interest rates, and his financing of interest payments in the USA, and then the market will recover, and we might also see much, much higher prices than now. So, we don't know that at this point in time. We are definitely in historical moments here where I believe people will still be talking about what is happening here for many years to come. And with that, let's dive right in. Let's go over the last 2 days again, during which I didn't make a video, and then we see that the tariffs have indeed been imposed. As an executive order, he imposed tariffs of 104% against China. Meanwhile, it's at 125%, and that caused Bitcoin to drop to 75,000 US dollars. And that was just a few days ago. And that's crazy. The market price, a recession set in just a few days ago. That was yesterday. It's so crazy. And also the stock market has reacted negatively today. We'll take a closer look at why that is now. And Bitcoin has also reacted negatively just now. But after reaching 75,000, which is here on the hourly chart, let's switch to the 4-hour chart. It makes it a bit clearer how everything has changed so abruptly in just a few time frames. And you see, TradingView is taking a long time to load. It's simply because many people are using TradingView right now. It's crazy. After reaching 75,000 or even dropping below it, Donald Trump then released a tweet or, a post on Two Social. I have it all here too, where he wrote, "It's great time to buy. Great time to buy. 3 hours." And 3 hours later, or 3 hours earlier, depending on which sheet you refer to, he writes that the US tariffs are paused for 90 days. He wrote it here, and here it is. Great time to buy. We see 9:37 a.m. And then here, he clearly states that the tariffs are paused for 90 days. That means 90 days for new deals, for new agreements he can make, to smooth things over again. Many people will make deals with him. The Penguins probably won't. He won't be able to convince them, as they are reportedly very angry at the moment, but otherwise, many people should make deals. Even the EU is interested in deals. So, yes, that was intense yesterday. So basically, if you start from the bottom here with here was the tweet, "Great time to buy." That's this green candle. And if you take the highest point, he triggered 12% in Bitcoin. If you hit it quite accurately here, it's exactly 12%. And the whole thing caused a jump. But not only with Bitcoin, also with the S&P 500 stocks, which went up, and other stocks as well. Let's take a look at Tesla right now. Yes, everything is difficult there, right? Tesla, it's going through a tough time right now. The crypto stock Coinbase has just started well. The stock market is now open. No red candle, but also lower than the previous day. As I said, let's delve into why and what exactly happened there. Let's just take a look at, yes, it's not doing so well right now either. But in general, I believe we can see clearly that there's a close watch on what Donald Trump is doing. No matter whether he imposes tariffs, makes deals, pushes through interest rate cuts, or makes other statements, that could be a hidden hint. And to that, I wrote, even the offer of a conversation between Trump and the Chinese president causes a small jump in the market, as seen here. The USA currently have the market in their hands with their actions. Now the ball is back in China's court. China can now accept the offer or the consideration for talks between them and Trump. And I strongly assume that at the end of the day, this offer will be accepted and they will sit down together, regardless of whether something positive or negative comes out of it. The moment Chinese President Xi agrees to meet with Trump, or even if it's just a phone call, we will definitely see another jump in the market. It's crazy right now. How crazy it is right now can actually be seen here, namely the tariffs off, tariffs on. It's crazy. And that's how you can see it at the moment. Yes. And if he then suspends or pauses the tariffs, then there are also green candles here. Yeah, I love memes, folks. I can't help it, but I love memes. And this, yes, is a meme. How the tariffs are suspended here and the market reacts with such a green candle, as we have seen. The market has reacted, and the green candle was clearly visible. Great time to buy, and then 90 days of tariff pause. It's crazy what's happening right now. Now, the question is, why is there this red candle? And I would say I'll tell you after the commercial break. To that, I tell you currently there is a great bonus at ZoomX, and that's with the partnership with us. Namely, 50% deposit cashback. You pay 100 USDT or 100 stablecoin dollars at ZoomX and get an additional 50 as cashback. At the same time, you deposit 200 and get 100 as cashback. That means 50% deposit cashback. All the information can be found in this link where you register at ZoomX. Take advantage of this cashback, and there are additional bonuses at ZoomX if you register here as a new user through this link. Feel free to take advantage of this, as you can buy and trade cryptocurrencies very conveniently at ZoomX. ZoomX is the official crypto exchange partner of the Haas Formula One team. With their partner OnRamper, you can use a credit card, but also bank transfer and other options to easily deposit euros or other currencies and directly receive Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Here, buy and sell conveniently through their spot trading in the various cryptocurrencies they offer. For future traders, this exchange offers a lot, as they have a wide selection of cryptocurrencies, including some that are not even listed on spot. So futures offer a lot here, with leverage up to 150 in the various cryptocurrencies. And you can even trade coin M, meaning you can go long on Bitcoin with Bitcoin as well. And traders from around the world are active here, where you can copy trades in the copy trading. In April 2024, something very special awaits us, namely the lucky draw. Up to 10 Bitcoins are being raffled off here, along with Formula One merchandise and even VIP tickets. Has that piqued your interest? Then use the link in the pinned comment or video description to receive additional bonuses with our partner ZoomX. Yes, and now the question. What was the reason for this red candle here? What happened there? The inflation numbers are in. And now, of course, one must understand why and how this is, and the inflation numbers are in better than expected. Yes, wait a minute. Better than expected? Then the prices should actually rise, right? Yes, to be honest, in this case, no. The US inflation numbers are in, previously 2.8% expected. 2.5, currently 2.4. That means better than expected. Wow. The market then falls slightly. This means that the chances for interest rate cuts are lower, as the numbers are factored into the assessment of the Fed flows in. So, low inflation numbers currently mean that the market does not expect an interest rate cut. Thus, the market falls because interest rate cuts are needed. Donald Trump for his 9.2 trillion, 9.2 trillion. Initially, it was assumed to be 6 trillion, then 7 trillion. Now they are talking about $9.2 trillion. Maybe in the end, it's only in quotes, $8 trillion that he has to borrow, because he somehow managed to raise the other 1.2 trillion, whether through Doge, tariffs, or whatever else. But in the end, it's a huge sum of money that needs to be financed. With low interest rates, this is easier. I've already explained all of this in the previous videos. Yes. And of course, this means that if the interest rates don't go down, Donald Trump will take measures to somehow lower the interest rates, achieve this. And that could lead to a new or further trade war and tariff war. That's why the market is now pricing in lower inflation negatively. Crazy world. When you think about it, after Corona or the Corona times, low inflation was a top argument for rising prices. Crazy world. Crazy world. Yes. And Donald Trump writes about this on True Social specifically. Inflation is down. That's all he wrote. Let's take a look at the economic figures related to this. You can see them here. On the economic calendar from investing.com. consumer figures in March. Here are the numbers again, providing an overview of everything that was available. The consumer price index, the core data, and the unemployment figures. Important numbers. Let's dive in now. The consumer price index has dropped from a previous 2.8 to 2.4, with a forecast of 2.5, as already mentioned. And as I said, that's actually good, but currently not so much. Then the unemployment figures, meaning the claims for unemployment benefits, previously 219,000, 223,000 was forecasted, and that's exactly what happened. This is simply because Dodge has cleaned up, and of course, more companies are still relocating from the USA, which is likely to be curbed by the trade war. So these are all data, and that's why unemployment figures. Why are you talking about unemployment figures? These are currently important data that the Fed incorporates into their assessment to ultimately make a decision for a rate cut. Because if you say the unemployment number is high or is shooting up, I mean, here we're only, in quotes, only talking about 4,000 more claims for unemployment benefits. Yes, okay, it's also, yes, changes in bankruptcies and so on. Oh, it's okay. It's not nice that 4,000 people are now sitting on the street, but at the end of the day, it's not so drastic that one might expect the Fed to intervene, because with lower interest rates, companies could make better investments and perhaps need more workers again. So, high unemployment and high inflation will ensure that a rate cut from the USA or the Fed is expected or very likely to come. Now, we see exactly the opposite, and the market prices this in negatively, of course. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. That's why these red candles, whether it's in the stock market, which we see here, or in the Bitcoin or crypto market, everything is currently revolving around the USA. Even the DAX could, yes, it did actually had a positive start, but is currently reacting to the numbers in the USA or has just had a small value reversal. But we will probably see that in all because a new hour has just begun during the video. It could be greener. No, not in the USA now. But overall, we see that everything is currently coming from the USA. In the USA, we see what's happening right now. In the USA, we see what's being traded or how it's being traded. And these are all things that are important for the market. And the market will react to them. Because we know the big capital and the financial market are in the USA. That means we will continue to be political in the next videos. Unfortunately, it will be unavoidable. I can't do it any other way. I can't show you cryptocurrencies now or talk about cryptocurrencies and then tell you the greatest things about the projects, and then Donald Trump does something, the price drops, and you've invested. It doesn't help. That's why I really have to act cautiously here due to the current market situation and can't present you with the greatest new projects. Even if we might have some in the pipeline, it's all quite difficult. Fun fact about it, Donald Trump caused a price jump with his suspension of tariffs, and this price jump could be a turnaround in the market. If you look at it, and there's Brad, who made a very good display or explained it very well, namely, whenever there was this big turnaround, this green point, and the top five were built on it, then you see after these red or green points where the market shot up from down, we saw a breakout afterwards. The only time it wasn't was in 2000. That was more of a bear market, but we saw it in 2008 after the financial crisis. It went up. 2020 after the corona crisis, and now 2025. It could happen that this was the turn or the turnaround after what is now called the Trump 2.0 crisis. Crazy world. I would probably just call it a tariff and trade war, but yes, everyone as they wish. Exciting topic, exciting to observe currently, and as I said at the beginning of the video, we are living in a very historical moment because I believe we will talk about this moment for a long time in the coming years. And whoever was there now, yes, can join in the conversation well. But I believe that many are currently out of the crypto market because they simply say, no, where they are currently pausing a bit, which I can absolutely understand. In this sense, right, do you still have money on the sidelines? Do you want to invest? Or do you say, no, it's too hot for me right now? Write it in the comments. What do you think about this whole crazy topic? Think of a like, a subscription. It helps the channel and makes me happy in this sense. I say thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.